here in the rabbit shed, which is probably why you don't recognise the background. On the 2nd of July, I rescued 2 female rabbits and I called them Moon and Floss. And I got them specifically for Charlie after Bonnie passed away in late May. Kisses. And I know that it might seem like it happened really soon, but rabbits aren't really supposed to live on their own. And I know that Charlie is very much compatible with other rabbits and that's what he needs, so I did what was best for him. Hey, hey, hey! But another thing about rabbits is that you can't just shove them together like you can with a field of sheep. You get a new sheep, you just add them to the other ones. We've got someone saying hi. This is Moon. This is one of the new girls I was telling you about. She's very, very curious, so she'll be wondering what on earth I'm doing just sitting here, because I don't really do this. I just wanted to be filming in an appropriate place for this video. So with rabbits, you have to go through something called the bonding process. If you have rabbits, if you're an experienced rabbit owner, you'll know what a big deal this is and how draining it is. Whoop, whoop. When I bonded Bonnie and Charlie, overall it took 5 months, but in reality it didn't take that long. It's just that it kept being interrupted, so that's not the way that you do it. Basically, I would bond them for a while and then I had to go on holiday with Max and Harvey to Paris, so they had a week apart with no bonding, and then when I came home to do it again, the progress had gone backwards, so that's not the way to do it. So in reality, it didn't exactly take 5 months, it just felt like it did. But to be honest, that's my fault. I drew it out when I shouldn't have. With these 3, it took a week. Maybe like just over a week, but whoop, whoop, whoop. And so I wanted to document it and show you guys how I did it, show you all my tips and tricks and any advice that I may have, and just the process of how to do it, like safely and correctly. Whoop, whoop. Should you go back up? I think she did. As expected, the first couple nights were really rough. I didn't get much sleep. Whoop, whoop. But I tried to document pretty much everything for you guys. There was times when I forgot to record. You can't even tell in the videos, but I actually got ill literally as soon as the rabbit bonding started. I'm still recovering from like a cold, a head cold, a bug, whatever it was, and unfortunately I passed it on to my mum, so she's currently suffering as well. So it was very difficult to do something that needed so much time and attention while being ill. And in like a normal person ill as well. Usually I'm ill in a very different way. I don't get ill in a normal way very often. I was very, very lucky that it only took us a week. I'm honestly shocked at how smoothly it went. There was very, very little issues. A few bumps in the road, which you'll see throughout this video. But I just wanted to document it all. I'm filming in the rabbit shed because all 3 of them are living in here very happily. They're currently all cuddled in this side because the shed has actually 3 compartments now. We recently had an extension put on. I'm thinking of doing a whole YouTube video doing a tour of my rabbit shed. It probably doesn't look like much right now, but there's this main extension, which is the bigger side. Then there's a side here. There's a little door behind me that leads through to the next room, and then after that they now have a brand new outdoor space, which is the added extension, which has literally only been there a few days. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments, because I think I would quite like to do that. It has just made me so happy after losing Bonnie. I mean, not to sound cringe or anything, but this has meant like a lot to me, and it's just the best seeing 3 together. I've never had a trio of rabbits before. I've always had 2 at a time. Hup, 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 hup. So it's been absolutely amazing. Whoop, whoop. I will interject maybe halfway through the video just to tell you a few tricks that I did along the way, but for now I will let you watch the bonding process and yeah, enjoy.
Hi. Hi everyone. I did not think that I would be doing this again so soon, but we lost Bonnie very suddenly in May, and I couldn't have Charlie on his own, so I got him 2 girls. Was not planning on getting 2, but they were perfect, so I'm finally starting to get them bonded. I'm not in my bedroom, as you can see. I'm sleeping in the living room. The bunnies are over there, excuse the mess. They're over there, currently separated, obviously. It's obviously a much smaller space than bunnies are meant to be in, but this is the bonding process. It's supposed to be small and it's only temporary, so. But today is July 20th. In fact, it might be the 21st now because I think it's after midnight when I'm filming this. So this has been day 1. It hasn't been a full day. I think I brought them inside at maybe 4 p.m-ish, roughly. So this is night 1. Things are very peaceful right now. They're just settling down for the night. I have no idea how long this is going to take. I don't know when this video is going to get posted, but I do think that this bonding process is going to be much quicker than when I bonded Charlie and Bonnie. This time I'm starting it and I'm not stopping. Some of you guys on Instagram have asked me to kind of talk it through because some people don't understand why you even have to do this with rabbits or what the process is like. I'm gonna get some sleep. Well, I have to wait another 25 minutes for me to take a medication and then I can go to sleep. I literally just got back from London yesterday and it was literally only 2 days, but London is so draining, so I'm really tired. Hopefully they don't wake me up too much in the night. See you in the morning. Mwah. Hello, good afternoon. It's day 2 of rabbit bonding, technically the first full day because I didn't bring them inside yesterday till like 4 p.m. There's not really much to report. They're all pretty settled. Last night wasn't too bad. I'd say on average I was woken up every 2 hours, but not all because of the bunnies. Teddy decided to be barking pretty much all through the night, so that was helpful. The bunnies have all had lots of snacks. They're currently munching on some daisies that I just picked for them from the garden. I had to get up to give them feeds through the night, like newborn babies, because they would get really like unsettled and then I'd feed them and they'd all go back to sleep again. So to be honest, they're probably getting a bit bored. I'm going to try and do a bit of enrichment with them today. Moon and Charlie had the occasional little scrap, but there hasn't been any since like we all got up this morning. There was just like the occasional little one at like 5 a.m. or something. But yeah, there's not really much to report, so I will check back in with you later. Hey, good girl. Oh, she did all the work and Floss has got it. You can smell them though. Oh, thanks, Floss. Hello. Oh, nearly. She put it back on. But it's dinner time. This is the girls' bowl. It's so cute. I got it from, I think I got it from Flying Tiger in Amsterdam. This is Charlie's bowl. Tonight on the menu we have some rockets, ruby romaine, and some dill. They're also having this big bag of parsley stalks. I accidentally ordered 1 kilogram. And on top some rose petals, which are Charlie's favourite. These are from a shop called Bunny Bistro, which I highly recommend if you've got your own rabbits, so I will link their shop in the description. Excuse me. There you go, handsome. There we go. It is nearly 11:15 p.m. I'm just settling into bed. I'm also in the middle of straightening my hair. That's why my hair looks like this. It is my birthday tomorrow, so I'm straightening my hair so that, I don't know, hopefully it'll be alright for tomorrow. This is night 2 of bunny bonding. Today has honestly been kind of boring, which is a good thing. There's only been one little sort of scrabble between Moon and Charlie, but literally a few seconds before that, Moon actually groomed Charlie's head. Because she has such a slim face, she can fit quite a lot of her face through the bars, and so Charlie was bowing his head and Moon started like licking him. It was amazing. And then they had a little scrabble because I think maybe Charlie got a shock or something, I don't know. But yeah, we're all chill now. I put a blanket over them at night just so that they feel a bit more secure, and it also puts my mind at rest that while I'm asleep, Moon especially won't jump over the top. It's been a pretty good day. Tomorrow they're gonna have the same living arrangement. I'm not gonna change anything, and then hopefully Tuesday I can try to put them together for the first time if tomorrow goes okay. I'm gonna finish straightening my hair, take off my makeup, and just start settling down. So I will see you tomorrow, and I am gonna be 24 years old. Okay, see you tomorrow. Hopefully I get more sleep tonight. So this is night 3, and I've given Floss a bowl of her own because Moon eats so quickly that I don't think Floss was getting enough, so hopefully she should get plenty now. Night number 3. Phase 2. They're all together. I think Charlie's a bit overwhelmed. You stay in there, my love. You stay in there. I've got my oven mitt on in case I need to split anything up, but Charlie's not even moving. This is even better than I imagined. Moon is... They're in the crate together. Charlie's a bit overwhelmed, he's not really moving, but he's had kisses from Moon and Floss and they've been in here about 2 minutes, which is amazing. It's not what I expected at all. It's nuts. Update, they made me cry. Floss started grooming Charlie and I don't know, just felt a bit overwhelmed because he hasn't been groomed by another bunny since Bonnie. And even that wasn't that long ago. It hasn't been that long since I lost her, so they are doing amazing. Let me turn it around, I can show you again. Sorry about the angles and my shaky filming. Floss has chosen to cuddle right up to Charlie. Charlie hasn't moved much, he's quite overwhelmed. Moon, on the other hand, hasn't stopped. Charlie. Oh, he's grooming her. Charlie, stop it, you'll make me cry again. Oh, what was that? He's still not 100% sure, is he? Oh, Floss, give me a kiss.
He's gone for little bites.
Charlie, you are so lucky. This is more than I could have asked for. It's so much better than I ever expected. She's screaming him for ages. Hey, monkey. Moon.
Hello, sorry to interrupt, it's me again. I just wanted to quickly talk to you about a few things that I did that I didn't really show on camera that I think helped the process a lot, so just for tips for other rabbit owners that might be watching this. So number one, this is called Pet Remedy. Oh, is it going to focus? There we go. Pet Remedy. And a vet actually recommended this to me when I had Bonnie and Charlie and I was trying to bond them, or I was going to start, and I was worried about Charlie's hormones because if you don't know, we think, or they believe, it's not 100% confirmed, that Charlie is an intersex rabbit. So he is a male, he has a male part, he just doesn't have all of the male parts. So I was a bit concerned what his hormones would be like during the bonding, and they recommended this to me. It comes with wipes and a spray, and it's basically like a natural calming remedy. It's got valerian in and other essential oils, and there's loads of different uses for it. So you can see they've got a really helpful list of what it can be used for, signs of stress, and then on the back they've got bullet points of what you can do with it. So what I did, I literally use this multiple times a day, every day throughout the bonding process, and I personally think it does help. So this is the bottle of the spray. Just looks like this, and then it's got the list, and then it's got the list on the back. It smells, I don't know how to describe it. It smells quite sweet, but basically all that I did was I sprayed this onto their blankets, even when they were in the beginning separated by a barrier, just to keep everything nice and chill. It kind of chills them out without like sedation or anything. I mean, I personally get sick of people telling me to try essential oils for my illness, but this was surprisingly helpful, I think. Even if it didn't do anything, it's still nice to have just in case, because you never know, it might be doing something. So you spray this on their blankets. You can do it every 1 or 2 hours, so I kept up with it whenever they were getting a bit active. You don't spray it on the actual animal. And it also came with plenty of wipes, and these ones you actually can put it directly onto the animal, so you'd basically take the wipe out and you can wipe it on their foreheads, their cheeks, to help chill them out and help anxiety. She's so curious. Hey, you can see Floss in the background there. That's Floss there, and she's also sitting with Charlie, but you can barely see him. This is my sweet Moon. Hey baby. She's the most curious and probably the most confident one in some ways. Settled in like an absolute dream. Can't remember where I got it from, but I will do a little digging and I will put the link for this in the description for other rabbit owners. And by the way, as you can see from the box, this isn't just for rabbits. This is apparently good to use on like firework night for dogs that get really frightened and have panic attacks and stuff. So it's got multiple uses. But did you just flick a poo at me? She just flicked a poo. You can just tell she really badly wants to come and see what I'm doing because she can hear me constantly talking. What are you doing? She's so nosy. There she is. Another thing that really helps during the bonding process is keeping them distracted. And I find that using food and foraging is the most perfect way to do this. So this is a bag of dried rose petals from a shop called Bunny Bistro. They're one of my favourite places to shop. I will link their shop in the description too. It's all such good prices as well. But dried rose petals, I discovered that Charlie was obsessed with them when I had him and Bonnie. Bonnie wasn't as fussed. but it turns out that Moon and the girls really love them as well. So she's right here. I'll just see if she... You just saw her whiskers. Oh, she's gone. So sprinkling forage stuff like this throughout their enclosures to keep them busy and distracted and a bit more enriched, I suppose, is really, really good. Treats is great too. This is the current treat bar. It's still got treat jar, sorry. It's still got Bonnie on it. But I don't want to change it. So, hey, my love. Got some roses. She's having some roses out on my hand. I'll just sprinkle them there for you. Treats is always a really good way for the rabbits to actually bond together as well and start eating together. If you have bunnies that are, I don't know, maybe get a bit more snappy around food, then just be aware of that. I personally haven't had that issue. When they were actually put together in the crate, I started giving them little bits of treats. So they love dried banana and little pieces of dried apple. And these treats as well, which I believe are from Excel. That was really, really good to get them all eating together, distracted, doing a bit more bonding activities. She's the best. She is such a gorgeous little rabbit. I know. Oh, I've just figured out she can smell treats. Okay, you can have a tiny bit of apple, okay? I'm so sorry, she's got her butt in the corner. Moon, they can't see anything. I should have realised when I got the treats out that it would be like... I'll quickly run through a few more. Another one is start small. With rabbit bonding, you always start in a very, very small space and then gradually move up to a bigger space. Number 2 is be patient. Rabbit bonding can be so draining and sometimes it can feel like it's not going anywhere, but I promise you it will go somewhere. You just have to persevere and you have to keep going and you have to be patient because bunnies will take their own time. They'll go at their own pace. I know that I got very, very lucky this time around with only taking a week, but for some it takes a lot longer and for some it just doesn't happen. So every rabbit is different. 3 or 4, I can't remember. It depends on your rabbit. Rabbit bonding all depends on the personalities of your rabbits, how territorial they are, just if they're compatible. It all depends. So don't expect that every rabbit will be best friends with another rabbit because sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. Okay, I'm going to let you watch the rest of the video and I will see you soon.
I've got some humping going on. This is normal. Oh. Charlie. Bunnies do this to figure out who's going to be the dominant one. With a trio it's a little bit more complicated, but Moon, bless her, keeps going to my mum for some comfort to get away from him. I wouldn't shut her in, but maybe just sort of nudge her back in.
Go on then.
She's like, I don't want to go. Sharing their first meal.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is 1:30 p.m. and it's day 5 of rabbit bonding, but day 2 of them all actually being together in the same space. I literally put them in 5 minutes ago. So far so good. Moon has been grooming Charlie quite a lot. I did this yesterday for a long time. Charlie is humping them a lot. This is very, very normal, but it just got to the point where the girls were getting really, really stressed out and I had to separate them for the night, which I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have done, but it's so hard to know what's right and what's wrong with rabbit bonding. But today the plan is, now I've got them together, to not separate them as long as everything goes okay, unless something really awful happens, but I don't think it will. Charlie's looking pretty sleepy, so hopefully he'll be a bit less active today. But with the humping thing, unfortunately it's just something you have to let them do because they're just figuring out who's going to play what role in the trio. They're just figuring out who's going to be the top man, essentially, which Charlie clearly wants to be. Not an aggressive rabbit at all. He's actually such a sweetheart. He's just not quite sure where he stands because he's obviously joining an already bonded pair, so he's just figuring stuff out. But Moon absolutely adores him. But Moon and Charlie are currently having a cuddle right now. It was a bit stressful yesterday, I think, as well. I moved them into a bigger space sooner than I should have, so they're going to be in this crate all day, unfortunately. I don't like keeping them in a small space, but it's just what you have to do during rabbit bonding, so it is what it is. I will keep you updated. Hey guys, so apology for the really awful quality. It's nearly midnight. This is the night of day 5 bonding, day 2 of them being together. I feel so awful about them being in such a tiny space for so long, but it's been a lot better than yesterday. Charlie has been getting a bit restless now. He's like stamping his feet and humping them a little bit. I haven't had to separate them, which is good. I don't exactly know how much sleep I'm gonna get, but I'm just about to take my medication and get some sleep now because I'm pretty tired. Well, I'm pretty sure they will wake me up during the night. Can't wait to give them a bit more space as long as everything goes okay, because it just makes me feel so guilty having them in a tiny cage. But other rabbit owners will understand that this is just what you have to do when you're bonding. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get some sleep. If I have to get up during the night, I will keep you guys updated. If not, I'll see you in the morning and I'll update you then. This is their first full night all together, so fingers crossed. Good night, guys. Excuse this. I have been sleeping on and off, but rabbits get most active dawn and dusk because it's kind of dawn now. All 3 of them are wide awake. I've given them some things to munch on. They are so active. I don't even know if they'll settle back to sleep now, because yesterday I put them in this crate at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and they literally slept till about 8:30 p.m, 9 p.m. There was like barely any movement. They were all so sleepy and cuddled together. And I think because they slept so much yesterday, they're super active right now. So hopefully I'll be able to get back to sleep in a bit. But I think for now I'm just gonna chill out and see if they chill out as well. Floss has just settled back down. Sometimes they get really active, so I give them something to do, something to eat, and then they settle back down again. But Moon especially is really ready to be out of this tiny space. She's such an active girl, and it's not very nice for her. But actually Charlie and Floss have both settled down. Sort of pay her no attention and hopefully she'll settle down. The reality of rabbit bonding. It's fun stuff. Okay, I will speak to you guys soon. Also, while I'm here, I forgot to show you guys, but for my birthday I got this little lamp, and I know it doesn't look like much, but watch this. I put it on my birthday list because I saw it online. How can I show you this? Okay, watch this. It creates like water reflections. Good afternoon, everyone. It's nearly 4 p.m. What is the date today? It's the 25th of July. I'm honestly starting to lose track of what day bonding this is, but I'll put it on the screen somewhere. I was awake quite a lot during the night, but it wasn't even that they were being naughty or anything. Honestly, they're doing so well. It was just that, as I said last night, rabbits can get quite active at dawn, so they started waking up quite a lot, and obviously they were in such a tiny space. Moon especially, she's the most active out of the 3 of them, and so she was just ready to be in a bigger space. So at probably about 1:30 again, so they've been together over 24 hours now. I will turn this around and I will show you, but it is all good things here. So this is where we're at right now. They've been moved into a bigger space, one side of the puppy pen. The plan is to keep them in here for now, and then tomorrow. They've been absolutely amazing. There's been no issues whatsoever. They're honestly acting like they've all known each other for years. And then hopefully tomorrow I can expand to the big space and they can have that half as well. And then the next step is in the shed, but I shall cross that bridge when I get to it. So yeah, they are doing absolutely amazing. I've honestly been so surprised at how well that they're doing. There hasn't been any fighting. It's all just been like dominant behaviour from Charlie mostly, except from in the very beginning where Moon and Charlie had a little sort of scrap through the bars. But there's been no aggression. It's been absolutely amazing. Like, I could not have asked for more. So I'm very, very happy. I'm also quite proud of myself because I have no experience with rabbit trios, let alone bonding a rabbit trio, so I'm feeling pretty proud of myself. Hopefully onwards and upwards from here. If we have any more blips, then I'll deal with it, but feeling pretty positive right now, so I will keep you guys updated, but so far so good.
Tears seem appropriate. Enlargement of the myopathy is a serious disease which can lead to congestive heart failure. La 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 la.
Hey everyone, good afternoon. Apologies for the shaky filming. It's just gone 3:30. It's the 26th of July. They were absolutely amazing overnight. I actually slept the whole night through. So I was either super knocked out or they were good as gold all night. Today, literally just a few minutes ago, I have expanded their space, so I will turn that around and show you right now. So they now have the whole rectangle rather than just one square. I did have a hay delivery today, so I've just put that in. It's really good hay, so they're really enjoying that. I put some like forage in there too. I put in that little hidey hole in case they wanted it. And they've got some toys now too. Yeah, it's honestly going so well. Honestly, this whole process has been going even better than I ever imagined. I'm going to turn it around because I think Floss is doing some little binkies, so I'm going to show you again.
And if you are on and she needs...
It's funny how much more active they've suddenly gotten now that they've got a bigger space. They've obviously got a lot more room to walk around, zoomy a bit, binky if they want to. She's chinning it. Not even supposed to be up there. What are you doing? This bit's supposed to be out of bounds for now. I guess not. Come on. Good girl. Hello again for the third time. So I'm sorry, towards the end of it, when they were all going into the shed, it got so busy and I got so excited that I just didn't film very much. But basically what I did is I started in the shed, but I kind of emptied it out so that they could be back into the small puppy pen, but inside the shed, just because Charlie has been living in the shed and everything would have his scent on. So I wanted to make sure that he wouldn't be territorial, and it's not a good idea to just shove them in a new home anyway. You have to let them get used to it gradually. So we started in the small puppy pen, and then literally a few hours later, because there was no issues, I moved them into the long rectangle puppy pen, so it wasn't just half of it. And then the next day I removed all of the puppy pens so that they were in this rectangle side only. I had this small door closed, so they only had this section to explore. And the next day I opened this door, so they had that side too. I know it sounds quite quick, but if there was any issues, it wouldn't have gone that quickly. But they were an absolute dream once they got in here. Like, Charlie was totally accepting of them being in here. Nothing whatsoever, no negative behaviours or anything. It was amazing. I started to move in everything that they would need, so like all the usual furniture, toys, and little hidey holes. They have let me see if I can show you. They have this, which has their litter tray inside here. They've got a feeding rack, which I'm currently standing you guys on. So I was just moving everything in so that they got more used to where everything would go. They also used this box to get up onto the levels, so they've all figured that out now. Love their upstairs levels. They've got upstairs here, and then it leads into upstairs next door, so they've got a really, really amazing space. I definitely want to do a rabbit tour if you guys are interested, a rabbit shed tour. And then they were all introduced to the new extension, which even Charlie hadn't seen before, so that was amazing. There was a lot of zoomies, a lot of binkies. It was just, it was an amazing day. But that's essentially what I didn't video as much when I was doing the whole process of moving them in the shed, just because I got really caught up in it, and I apologise I didn't do much videoing. But yeah, that's basically what the process was like for me from start to finish. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm just making sure that Moon doesn't escape, because I'm watching you. Moon is my most active rabbit out of the three of them. She's very, very active, very curious. She kind of acts quite young. She's just having a drink out of the bowl, but she acts like a really young rabbit with a lot of like toddler energy. I don't know their exact ages because all three of them are rescues. Adopt, don't shop. But I know that they are young, like a year and a half at the most. Having a really big drink. It's so cute when she drinks because all of her like beard just gets dripped. A couple more things I want to add. I do actually have a rabbit Instagram page, which I've had since I had Bonnie. It was originally called Bonnie and Charlie Buns, but it's now called The Three Fluffs for Floss, Moon and Charlie. They're all lion heads, so they're all very fluffy. So I'll link that in the description if you want to follow that too. Here's Charlie joining us. Hello, my love. Oh, I hope that's everything. If I think of anything else, I'll just add it in the description, but I'm going to try and leave links to some helpful things that might be helpful for anybody else who's about to start rabbit bonding or has been putting it off, because I know that feeling. Moon's just disappeared into this side. I feel incredibly lucky that it only took me a week. That's incredibly, incredibly good for rabbit bonding. I'd say on average it takes most people a month. Some longer, some shorter. It's been really nice for me to document the journey actually, because it means that in the future I can look back and be like, oh my god, those were the days. And like just to see their progress from where we started to now, like I truly think these three are just like meant to be together. They are so close already, and I feel like I didn't even really do anything. It's also very helpful that Moon and Floss are extremely gentle, loving and accepting rabbits. So I was initially, when I didn't know them that well at first, I was worried that because they were already a bonded pair, I was thinking, will they accept Charlie into their little group? That was my main worry, that they wouldn't accept him. But they did, like, so easily. They weren't even bothered by him being there. and then I didn't know what Charlie's hormones would be like, and I think he sometimes struggled to find his place with all of the mounting and everything. He was just figuring out where exactly he stood in the trio. Whoop whoop. I wasn't looking forward to it, and I'm quite happy that it's over, but I'm really proud of how it happened. I've never had a trio before, like I said, so I didn't have that experience in bonding a trio, but I'm glad I did it, but I'm glad it's over. If you have any extra questions that I maybe haven't talked about in this video, just comment them and I will try to reply and help anyone out. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys soon. Bye!